Okay, welcome to our February meeting for the Grand River Woodturners Guild. Let's see, do we have any new people here that want to stand up and say, hey, I'm new? I see a new face here. How many other faces do we have here? New? Are you, can stand up and tell us what's your name?
John Hurley.
John? You're related to Dave, we're sorry. Are you a Turner?
Started out.
Okay.
Anything you need to do, just go with yourself.
Yeah, that's nice to have a Turner in the family. I started out with, didn't even know any Turners. Anybody else new?
Yeah, I'm Nabil. I work for his son.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, I'm interested in woodturning.
Okay, wonderful.
Bill's a graduate artist.
All right, well, stick close to Chuck.
Want to be Turner.
Yeah, he'll send you down the right road there.
Yeah, you too. You need anything, just borrow his stuff.
Yeah.
Right now, to be a member of our guild is $25 for a year, which is pretty reasonable. We have a library that you can check out DVDs and books, and we actually have a DVD player back there if you don't have a DVD player, or if you have a problem with our DVDs not working with your home DVD, we have a player you can check out too and use that if you want. We have supplies back here. Roger's at our supplies table. We're a little low on some CA glue. We don't have medium CA, do we? Or thin? No thin. So, but when we do, the CA we do have, it's $5 a bottle. I don't know if you've been to Woodcraft, but I had to buy some there the other day. It was $12. So yeah, it's a lot cheaper to get it here.
And we have odorless medium.
Oh yeah, we have odorless CA also. And we have the activator. We have anchor seal. We have shirts back there. I'm sporting our new denim shirt with the logo on it. $35. I don't know how many we have left, but Zero. Okay, we have. Forget about these shirts then. Or let Roger know what you want, and we'll place another order if we have enough people that want shirts.
We got some coming.
We have a couple of t-shirts left and some polo shirts, but I seen Tom. Tom, you need to get with Roger and figure out.
I did.
Okay, and we'll reorder that. You know, you guys don't need anybody else's permission to make an order. So, yeah, if we need something new, like I was telling Roger, I thought by summertime we might want some hats. You know, things like that. So, we can look at that, and you guys can just decide what you think we want to get, and we'll just go that route. You don't need our permission. So, give the people what they want.
Or maybe want some bathing suits?
Sure, you want them logoed in the front or the back? Joel. So we have supplies. We also have a Wolverine sharpening system. If you don't have a sharpening system, you're welcome to bring your tools down here. And the Wolverine, it's in the back room back there. We can set that up if you don't know how to use it. We have lots of guys here that'd be happy to show you how to use it and get a good grind on your tools. So that's, and we have mentors. If you are seeking help with something, you don't have to be a beginner to look for, to work with a mentor. I have 3 people lined up to come to my house right now, and none of them I would call beginners. They just want to come out and work with me on wherever they're at in life, basically, you know, trying to develop new skills. So if you're a beginner or an old timer and you just want to work with somebody, we have mentors. How many mentors are in the room right now? Yeah, if you look around, we're all around town. So get with one of us and we'll hook you up if you want to work with somebody. There's no charge for that. That's one of the benefits of being a member of this group. You know, so your $25 will get you a long ways.
Is there a list of those mentors?
It's in the newsletter, I think. Isn't it, Tom?
Yeah. Okay.
It's on the newsletter. And I think there's email addresses, definitely email addresses, probably phone numbers too. And it says where they're at too, so you can find somebody who's close to you. Let's see, yes. Just passing through? Dave, can I get a treasurer's report? Everything seems really loud. Maybe we turn on the master a little bit.
Yeah, we haven't had much activity in this last month. But the current bank balance is $13,775 and change. A couple of the, I guess a note there, we collected about $1,500 for the Rudy Lopez demos and classes. And that's about it for this month, not a whole lot going on, so.
I have checks for you.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I got a bunch of them.
I'm sure we got some.
Yeah. Don't let me forget to give those to you. Yeah, we didn't have a leadership meeting this month because of foul weather. And so some things we weren't able to cover before this meeting. And that was me getting checks to Dave and updating. I did update our list on who's paid. The Rudy Lopez class is what he's talking about. That's next month. It is not during our meeting. It is, as our newsletter states, it is the last weekend in March. It's March 30th is a Saturday. We're going to have an all-day demo with Rudy. And it's not going to be here. It's going to be at another location that's got some really nice facilities and parking, and it'll be a much nicer place for an all-day demonstration.
Heat. It's got heat.
Oh yeah, it's got heat.
Real heat.
Real heat. Yeah, we got a lot better here than before. You know? I'm fine with this. This is warmer than my garage. So.
Is that the one for $35?
Yeah, $25 for members. Yes, if you're, we haven't decided the price for non-members yet, because once again, we missed that, but yeah, 25 for you, Joe. Even though we don't like you, it's still $25. So, there's 3 classes. The Sunday class, which is squared around. We have 8 people signed up on there. It'd be nice to move one person off that list to Tuesday, I think.
I can.
Plus I was hoping to swap with somebody also. So I guess I gave you bad information on that. We're still.
To Tuesday. Well, there you go.
So if he moves to Tuesday, that means we have 7 for Sunday. Huh? Well, he'll swap with me. We still have too many people on that if he swaps with me. Let's just move him for now.
Okay.
So we move him for now, then how many people are in our Tuesday class?
7.
7. And then take me off that makes that 6, because I can't make it that Tuesday. I didn't realize that. So if somebody else moves from Sunday, I would be happy to move to Sunday. Or I'd be happy to move to Monday if somebody else wanted to swap with me for a Tuesday class. But we have room for one more person in that class, in the Tuesday class. Either way we slice that. So if you're interested in getting into the Tuesday class, do you have Mark Zettel written down there, Joe, for Tuesday?
Sorry?
Mark Zettel, do you have him on that list for Tuesday?
I do not.
Mark, I wrote him on the other page. I didn't write him on that. He just called me last night.
Gotcha.
So with him on that Tuesday, now how many do we have in that Tuesday class?
That gives us 7 on Tuesday.
Okay.
What is the Tuesday demo?
Squared
Sorry,
around.
that gives us 8 on Tuesday. Well, no, you're gone. So
Take me out. So
Yeah.
now that class is full on Tuesday? Okay. We're full on all classes. That was something we were going to do at our leadership meeting. One of those things that didn't get it all figured out. So that class is full now. We'll have to double check that. If you are interested in being in one of those classes, let us know. We might still have cancellations. But you know, right now it looks like classes are full, but the Saturday demo is open. And if you are planning on going to that, we sure would like you to pay for it in advance, or please write your name down on the list so we can get an idea for lunch, because the $25 does include lunch. Rudy's going to go through 2 or 3 of his pieces on that Saturday. We don't know exactly what yet, right, Jeff? We have to decide.
I think we wanted to do squirt around and the wing bowl, and I'm not sure on the third one.
Okay.
I got it written down.
So he was going to, but he'll go through 2 or 3 of his things, as many as he can in that. It's almost 8 hours, so he probably can do a lot.
He said he thought he could do, either 3, maybe even 4. So.
Okay. So that Saturday will be a full day of wood turning joy. We'll have enough sawdust for everybody to take some home with you. Yes, I'm going to send out an invite to the other clubs too, locally, with prices on there, and so we can get them energized and possibly enrolled, because I know there is some interest with some of the local clubs on coming on out to see Rudy. Let's see, old news still, last thing on the old news is our June meeting, we moved to June 22nd from the 15th, because Ron's hands-on retreat is the weekend of the 15th. So mark your calendars, that meeting has been bumped 1 week. Let's see, I had a demonstrator list that I'm going to pass around the room. If you are interested in doing a demonstration for us, put your name on the list of what you feel you would like to demonstrate. You know, how much time it takes you to get your demonstration ready, whether it's 2 days or 2 months or 2 years. But we need to know that. We don't want to call you on Friday to do a segmentation demo the next day. You know, but if we had blanks, Indeed schedule, stuff like that, or want to work you into our schedule, we would like to know who's all available. So I'm going to pass this around the room starting with Ken there. So jot your name on there if you're willing to do something, and we will take that into consideration. We're still going to have a storage room cleanup, which once again we weren't able to hammer that date down because we didn't get a meeting. But that'll be emailed out shortly. I'd like to have a meeting afterwards today with what board members are still here, so we can maybe figure out at least our storage room date, so we can get an email out quickly for that. With festival, we are looking for a couple people to be on a festival committee to help us hammer out how we want to do festival, with setup and times and things like that. We would like to get some other people's input. So if you're interested in helping out with festival and be on a small committee, we're looking for a couple people. So get with us and you know, and voice your opinion on how you think we should do it. You know, we're open for criticism and you know, input, information on better ways to do things. So if you want to be on that committee, get with me. Let me know. And we will we'll get a little committee together. That'll probably be something too that'll just meet here after our meeting or before our meeting. Let's see, our demonstration today is going to be with John Marquardt, fixing a funnel. You know what a funnel is? When you blow through the bottom of your bowl, now it's a funnel. Or when the inside gets bigger than the outside. So John's going to show us some ways to repair those. So that's our demonstration day. Do we have anything else I need to bring up? Fred?
Yes, month's meeting in Kalamazoo, March 9th. We meet at 10 o'clock until noon. We'll be sending out information to all the members. At least Doug will transfer it out to you. But we're having Doug Thompson in. I think most of you remember that he was supposed to be here in November. He wasn't able to make it because we had a snowstorm that week. So he will be with us March 9th. Doug recently had a stroke, and so he's slowing up his schedule. We're lucky that we're having him down, but he will have a store, but he's going to cover sharpening. He's going to cover tool types and the different composition of tools. I don't know if any of you watched the videos. They're quite extensive. They're good. So we'd like to invite the Grand Rapids Club members to come on down. We'll make room for you so you can enjoy his demonstration. And like I said, we'll send this out.
Date again?
We got about 65 big boxes in the Bronson Hospital now. They're loving them, and we're going to need more, so keep it up. I brought about half a dozen stave kits. You're welcome. They're in the box there on the show and tell table. You're welcome to take one and bring it back as a big box.
And we had wood for you in the room back there.
Yeah.
I knew there was something else I was going to tell you this morning when you were standing back there, 10 foot away from it. So make sure you get with me and I'll show you where it's at. Or it's back in the corner. Okay, you already got it, okay. Let's see, we're going to do show and tell, unless there's something else I need to bring up here. Anybody got anything else we need to talk about? Yeah.
You got a festival list.
Oh yeah, I have a list for festivals, so if you're interested in selling at festival, right now we're wondering who all is interested in selling their stuff at festival. Come up and see me, we'll get your name on the list, and then we'll have further details later on that. And once again, we are looking for somebody if you're interested in being on a committee to discuss festival and set it up, and we'd let me know on that too. So I have that list up here. Joe's got the list for the Rudy Lopez class. I don't have any lists except for, well, I have the festival list, so. Let's do show and tell. I got into my first teapot here. The gallery they're doing a show on musical themed art. And I've always made pots with feet on them and longer legs and stuff, and it always reminds me of when I make those, the characters from Beauty and the Beast, Be Our Guest, that sing the songs, and all the teapot, and they have Mrs. Potts and Chip is the main characters in Beauty and the Beast, so they inspired me to make a teapot set. So, made out of hickory oak, or burl that I got from Ray, is Ray here? Ray Vandermein? I haven't seen him lately, so. But yeah, so that's, those are my, my latest pieces. Thank you. Great lacquer, yeah.
All right, my name is Tom Sampson. This is an evolution of another piece I made, and then some ideas from Jeff Girl. He made a massive arm like that with a ball on it for his garden, and it kind of tapped into that idea on this structure. So the bottom part is alabaster.
Rotate that about a quarter turn.
Yep.
There we go. There we go.
The bottom part is alabaster. It's multi-axis turned, so both the big curves. I use the sacrificial faceplate, if you will, that I can pretty much just jam onto it, and then use little wood clamps to hold it. So, when I started, I had that curve kind of started and then just cleaned it up. And then the circles, the cut through, started with a drill, step drill, and then I can pinch on and turn from there. So it's easier than you think when you go slow. So, but this alabaster came from just down the road here in Michigan, in Grand Rapids. It's called Grand Rapids Red. It's got a nice color to it. And then the arm is just ash. I think I roughed it up, turned it, and then it's carved to get that curve to it, and then wood burned, and then just a spear on top.
Okay, I'm just going to talk loud, okay? You can hear me, right? Speak up. Now, Joe. Okay, so this is spalted Norway maple, and this was sitting on my garage floor, my outbuilding, and it was a big piece of the maple, and I had 4 branches coming off of it, okay? So you can kind of see the 4 branches, right? And it had a crack. So I said, well, I don't want to fix that crack up there, right? So I carved it out, made feet. They're not symmetrical. This is bigger than this. I mean, but they are kind of even. But I just sawed them with a, handsaw, and then I use a rotary carver and then sanded them. But when it's setting, you can't tell that, right? Looks beautiful. This in here, the same piece of wood, just on the top. The 4 branches are here. So you can still see some of the branches in there, right? This piece here, I had to get pretty creative, because you notice that it really goes in right there, right? You see that? Yep. It really goes in right there. So when I'm turning the inside, if I'd have turned that thickness, boom, that looked horrible. So what I did is I left a bead all the way around there, right? Well, not here, I carved it out. I just left it there then afterwards. So I had to actually do quite a bit of carving. So I left a bead all the way around to make this thicker right here, right in there. And then I just carved it all out. Because that would have looked horrible off, but now it looks beautiful, just absolutely. But it's a hard act to follow, you know, those people.
That's a hard act to follow too. Noteworthy thing about this, I guess, is that I turned it. Thank you. I turned the inside and the outside off slightly different centers in order to do this bit of carving on the inside and on the outside. And a little bit of decoration in here, and that's actually a knot. It shows on the bottom as well. The thing is set up also to hang it on the wall with the grain vertically if you want. That's pretty much what there is to that.
This is a bead box that was donated to the program by one of our club members, and I brought it to keep in the theme of today's funnel fixing, because this is actually several bowls, one which was a funnel that got put together in that bead box. And I thought it was pretty clever, let alone the finish is good. And while I'm talking about bead boxes, we had a workshop down in Kalamazoo for some of the Kalamazoo members on making the stage bead boxes, and that went pretty well. And if some of you would like to drive to Kalamazoo and spend a day in my workshop, I can take 4 people at a time, and we'll spend a day and you can learn how to make the stage bead boxes. So all you need to do is either contact Doug or myself about doing that. But I thought this was kind of clever.
I've continued to play with jewelry making, earrings, and it seems like there are limitless possibilities in terms of design. So just keep trying to come up with new and different designs. And then my wife mentioned she'd like a little bracelet to go with them, so I've gotten into making a few of those as well.
I like your logo. Is that your little logo?
Yeah, that's my initials.
Yeah. DCB, okay.
You need 28.
I'm John C. It's like
I couldn't find a rack. With the tag. A couple of issues ago in the Woodturner magazine, they had a mortar and pestle, actually how to do it. And I wanted one, so I thought that the wood is Ipe. We had some cutoffs at the shop, and they were 5/4. And then the rim of this is cherry. And Ipe is a real hard wood. And then the pestle I made out of Ipe too. Then I did some pyrography put the little rim on there. And then when I tried to turn the tenon down, this isn't a very easy thing to grip on coal jaws. And I taped it with painter's tape, and it still went bowling across the room. And I chipped this a little bit, so then I did some wood burning on the edge there to cover up the little chip. They work real well, and they made a couple of them. Ipe is really, really a hard, dense wood, almost like ceramic.
Did you get any splinters from it?
No, I didn't. But I get splinters every time I look at Wingy.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to take a break. We got coffee and donuts out back. We got supplies out back. We got the raffle table here. Joe's selling raffle tickets. He's also the sign-up guy for the demonstration if you're not on for the Rudy class. And then we'll be back here in probably 20